Hello everyone and welcome to my channel English Fluency Lab, where I help you improve your English language skills. Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about modal perfects. Now, what are modal perfects? They are words like could have, should have, would have, may have, might have, and must have. Now, these words can be very confusing to some English learners, especially learners at the beginner's level, right? So let's dive into it straight away. So we are going to study 6 modal perfects today. And first of all, before we do that, let us look at some statements below. He would have eaten a sandwich. They could have eaten a sandwich. He might have eaten a sandwich. She may have eaten a sandwich. I should have eaten a sandwich. You must have eaten a sandwich. Now, friends, what do you think? Do these sentences have one and the same meaning? Well, obviously not. All of them have different meanings, and that's exactly why we are making this video, right? So let's move ahead and understand first of all what are modal perfects and what is the structure of that sentence, right? Now, modal perfects are used to talk about past possibilities, regrets, blame, deductions, or hypothetical situations, right? You need to remember this. First of all, let us understand what are modal verbs, and I have covered modal verbs in detail in one of my earlier videos. You can go and have a look at that video, and I will also link it in the description box. Modal verbs are words like would, could, might, may, should, must. Now, to make a modal perfect sentence, you need to add the word have. You need to remember this. You need to add the word have. You cannot add the word has to a modal perfect sentence. That is something you need to remember. So, modal verb plus have plus past participle. Right? Now, friends, what is past participle? Now, I won't go into too much of detail out here because I have covered this in my video on verbs. But just to give you a brief description that every verb has got 3 forms. Right? Let's look at the word drive. Right? Now, that is the first form of the verb. The second form is drove. The third form is driven. So, drive, drove, driven. Let's look at another one. Take, took, taken. Take is the first form. Took. Second form. Taken is the third form. Let's look at another one. Bake, baked, baked. In this one, baked and baked are the same. This is called the regular verbs and these are called the irregular verbs, right? Now, if you look at these 3, which one is the past participle in this? Well, it is driven, taken and baked. The V3 or the verb 3 is the past participle. Okay, so that is what the past participle is. As I told you that I won't go into too much of detail into this. So the formula of a modal perfect sentence is modal verb plus have plus past participle. I hope that is clear. Let's move on. Now let's start with a slightly difficult one, which is would have plus past participle. It is used for hypothetical situations and used for imaginary past with 100% chance. Now please pay attention to this 100% chance, friends, because the percentage differs as we go on to the other modal perfects, right? Let's look at this sentence. We would have gone hiking, but the weather was bad. We would have gone hiking, but the weather was bad. Now, what does it mean? It means that we wanted to go hiking, but didn't because of a particular condition. And what was that condition? The condition was good weather. Had it been good weather, had the weather been good, we would have gone 100%. Okay, nothing would have stopped us. However, the weather played spoilsport and we did not go. Right? Because the weather was bad, we did not go. Otherwise, 100% chance was that we would have gone hiking. So there is a condition which is the weather. Right? Hope this example is clear. Let's take another example. Would have plus past participle, hypothetical situations, imaginary past with 100% chance. So you already know that. Second example. They would have won the game if they had practiced more. Which is the condition out here, friends? What is the meaning of that? They didn't practice enough, so they lost the game, right? They would have won the game, and the condition is if they had practiced more, 100%, there's a 100% chance that they would have won the game. So again, a 100% chance, okay, they would have won the game if they had practiced more, which is the condition, right? So I hope would have is clear to you guys. Let's move on. Let's now check out could have. Could have plus past participle. It talks about past ability and past option. Past possibility with a 70% chance. Okay, now Now please be careful out here. The 100% in would have gets reduced to a 70% in could have. And that is why I said that please pay attention to the percentages. Example, I could have gone to the Halloween party, right? Which means that I was able to go, but I didn't go. There was nothing stopping me. Nobody was stopping me, right? I had the option to go, but I didn't go. Okay, past ability, past option, right? Once again, I could have gone to the Halloween party. There was nothing stopping me. Maybe I was lazy, maybe I didn't want to go. Okay, but there was nothing stopping me. Second example, she could have become a famous musician. She could have become a famous musician, a 70% chance. Now she had a 70% chance of becoming popular if certain conditions had been met. Maybe if she knew somebody in the industry, maybe if she would have taken part in that particular contest like an Indian Idol or something, and she would have, okay. So she could have become a famous musician. She had the talent, right? So past possibility. So friends, I hope could have is also clear to you now. Okay, it is past ability plus past possibility with a 70% chance. And we talked about would have, which had a 100% chance. Let's now look at may and might have, which have the same meaning, right? May have plus past participle or might have plus past participle. PP stands for past participle. It talks about past possibility with a 30% chance. Now see, the percentage here goes down. They may have forgotten about the meeting, right? So let's say there is a meeting and the people don't turn up for the meeting, and you say they may have forgotten about the meeting. That it's possible they forgot, but I don't know for sure. They may have forgotten. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a 30% chance, right? They may have forgotten about the meeting. One of the possibilities is they might have forgotten, right? She might have lost her phone. Again, an assumption. She doesn't answer her phone. Maybe she has lost it. A 30% chance. Okay, the person is not sure. He's making an assumption out here, right? So that is what may and might have means, right? Let's review. Situation. I saw a good job posting online, but I didn't apply for the job. That is a situation, right? If I had applied, right? Condition. I may have gotten the job. 30% chance, right? I may have gotten the job, 30% chance, you already know that. I might have gotten the job, 30% chance, as I already told you, may and might are one and the same thing. I could have gotten the job. The percentage of getting the job increases with could have. And I would have gotten the job, 100% chance that if I had applied, I would have got the job. 100% in would, 70% in good, and 30% in may and might. So I hope that would have, could have, and may and might have, friends, is clear to you. Let us move forward. Now here is a different one that is not a past possibility, and that is should have plus past participle. What is it used for? It is used for regret my own past mistakes, and it is used for blame other people's mistakes, right? Example, I should have asked her to dance, right? Maybe I was too shy, so I did not ask her to dance. I regret it now. Okay, maybe I should have asked her to dance. That means I should have taken the initiative and I should have asked her to dance, but I didn't do that because I was too shy, and I regret it now. So that's number one, regret. Let's look at the second one. You should have told me you were running late, right? You knew you were running late. You knew you would be late, but you didn't tell me. You're putting the blame, right? Right? So that's where you use should have. You use it for regret and you use it for blame. So I hope, friends, should have is clear to you. Let's move on. Last but not the least, must have. Must have plus past participle is used for strong guess and deduction, or acting like Sherlock Holmes. She must have just woken up, right? If you see somebody groggy-eyed, or if you see somebody in their night clothes, okay, you assume that she must have just woken up. I'm almost sure that she just got out of bed. Maybe you are seeing somebody in their, in their night suit or their pajamas or something, and you say she must have just woken up. It's an assumption you're making. She must have missed her flight. Okay. If you see somebody outside the airport with a very dejected and a very upset look, you say she must have missed her flight. Right? I'm almost sure she has missed her flight. I'm almost sure she has just got out of bed. Right? So when you're making these, you're absolutely sure. Right? So that is the meaning of must have. Right? Now, friends, do you remember these examples from the beginning? Okay. He would have eaten a sandwich, 100% chance. They could have eaten a sandwich, 70% chance, it's an option. He might have eaten a sandwich, a 30% chance. I should have eaten a sandwich, regret. Okay, you had the choice, but you didn't eat it, regret. You should have eaten a sandwich, blame. And they must have eaten a sandwich, a strong guess. Right? So this is what the meaning of all these sentences which you saw in the beginning. Now friends, you might say that all this is fine, but we need to understand these with situations. So I get your point. Let's try and understand all these with different situations. Okay, situation for would have. He would have eaten pizza. Right? Let's look at the sentence. He would have eaten pizza. 100% chance. Situation. He loves pizza and eats it every day. Last vacation, he didn't eat pizza because he couldn't find a pizzeria near his hotel. Now, what's a pizzeria? For people who are, in India or Asian countries, a pizzeria is a place which serves only pizza, a restaurant which serves only pizza. In India, I would equate it to Pizza Hut or McDonald's, which serve only pizzas, right? He loves pizza and eats it every day. Last vacation, he didn't eat pizza because he couldn't find a pizza place near his hotel. There was 100% chance that if this pizza place had been there, he would have had it. It's 100% chance. If he had found a pizza joint, he would have eaten pizza. I am 100% sure. Right? So I hope you understand with this situation what would have means. Right? Let's move on. Situation with could have. They could have eaten pizza. 70% chance, it's an option. Situation. They ate at the food court at the mall. There were many restaurants, Thai, Chinese, Mexican and Italian, but they picked Mexican, right? They could have eaten pizza, they had a lot of choices, but they chose Mexican. So that's could have with a 70% chance. Explanation, they could have eaten pizza because it was available, but they chose not to, but they didn't, right? They chose to have Mexican. So I hope could have is now clear to you with this situation. Let's move on. Let's take another example of could have. They could have eaten pizza. 70% chance an option. Situation. They were too busy to cook, so they got home delivery, which means that they ordered from outside. They had totally forgotten they had some pizza left over from last night in the fridge. Right? Let's look at the statement again. They were too busy to cook, so they got home delivery. They had totally forgotten they had some pizza left over from last night in the fridge. They could have eaten pizza if they had checked their fridge. Right? If they had checked the fridge and found out that they have some leftover pizza, they could have eaten that, a 70% chance, right? 30% chances they could have still ordered in spite of knowing, but there is a chance that if they knew there is pizza left in the fridge, they would have eaten pizza. So that's the second example of could have. Move on. May have, might have. You already know they mean one and the same thing. He might have eaten pizza. 30% chance. Situation. He was too busy to cook, so he got home delivery. Again, you know the meaning of home delivery. He had totally forgotten he had some pizza left over from 6 days ago in the fridge. Same situation. He might have eaten pizza if he had checked the fridge. Right? A 30% chance. In could have, there was a 70% chance. Here it is a 30% chance. Had he known there is pizza in the fridge, 30% chance that he may have eaten pizza. All right. Let's move on. Should have. I should have eaten pizza. Right? Regret. Situation. You went to a new restaurant, but you didn't like the pasta. Right? You had pasta, but you didn't like the pasta. Later, your friend tells you that the restaurant is famous for its pizza, not its pasta. Right? You had pasta. The friend tells you that the restaurant is famous for its pizza. Okay? I should have eaten pizza instead of pasta. Had you known that this particular restaurant is famous for its pizza, not for its pasta, you say, I should have eaten pizza. Now you regret it. Right? Now, do you understand the meaning of should have with a regret? Wonderful. Let's move on. Should have another example. You should have eaten pizza. Blame. Let's take the situation. You offered pizza to your friend, but she said she wasn't hungry. Now, after a while, she's hungry and won't stop complaining. You offered the pizza to your friend. She says she's not hungry. But after some time, she comes to you and says, she starts complaining and she says she's hungry. Okay. What do you say? You should have eaten pizza 30 minutes ago. If you had, you wouldn't be hungry now. You're putting the blame on your friend, right? Then when you offered pizza, she didn't take it and now she's hungry again. So you see how should have can be used in a situation to blame, right? All right, situation, must have. They must have eaten pizza. Strong guess. Julie and Tim are foodies. Last vacation, they traveled around Italy for a month. Now, what is Italy famous for? Italy is famous for pizza. Explanation, they must have eaten pizza during their trip. A strong guess, right? They must have eaten pizza during the trip. Why do you make that strong guess? Because they've gone to Italy. And what is Italy famous for? Italy is famous for its pizza. All right. So friends, I hope with these situations are now clear to you, right? Let's move on. All right. Let's take a summary before we take the quiz. He would have eaten pizza, 100% chance. They could have eaten pizza, a 70% chance and option. He might have eaten pizza, a 30% chance. I should have eaten pizza, regret, and it also used for blame. I explained to you. You should have eaten pizza, blame, there you go. They must have eaten pizza, strong guess, right? So I hope now the summary is clear to you and the meaning of all these would have, could have, should have and the others is crystal clear to you. So friends, if the concept is clear to you, let's start with the quiz. And as usual, I am going to give you 5 seconds for every question. Your answers are going to be the modal perfects, which are would have, could have, might have, and all the others which you have learned till now. So let us get started right away. Quiz question number 1. The tickets were cheap a month ago. Now the tickets are expensive. That's the situation. We booked the tickets earlier. Okay, you know your choices. Your options are must have, might have, should have, would have. Your 5 seconds start now. All right, the answer is, what do you think the answer is? The answer is should have. We should have booked the tickets earlier. You're regretting it now. Quiz question number 2. There was a loud noise outside, but nobody saw what caused it. Situation. It been an animal in the garbage dump. Your options are may have, might have, should have, would have. Your 5 seconds start now. What do you think is the answer? Both may have and might have can be the answers, right? It's a strong guess. It may have been an animal. It might have been an animal, right? Let's move on to quiz question number 3. In high school, Tim was a great student. He had the choice of universities. He had his choice of universities. Tim studied at Harvard, but he picked Yale instead, right? But he picked Yale instead. Your choices are may have, could have, must have, would have. Your time starts. All right, what is the answer? Tim could have studied at Harvard, but he picked Yale instead, right? He had the choice. Okay, there was a 70% chance he had the choice, but he chose to do something else. Quiz question number 4 coming up. Your co-worker is wearing the same clothes as yesterday, and there is a pillow on her desk. Pillow on her desk. She slept at the office. Option may have, should have, must have, would have. 5 seconds start. All right, what do you think is the answer? She must have. Strong guess. And why are you making that strong guess? Because of that pillow on her desk, right? Let's move on to quiz question 5. You wanted to pick your friend up from the airport, but he didn't ask you for a ride. I picked him up if he had asked me. Your options are might have, should have, must have, and would have, right? Your 5 seconds start. All right, the answer is would have. I would have picked him up if he had asked me. 100% chance that if he would have asked me, I would have picked him up. Quiz question number 6. You invited a friend for dinner. He showed up with another friend. Okay, so he brought another friend along. You didn't have enough food for everyone. You told me you were going to bring someone. Choices are may have, should have, must have, would have. And your 5 seconds start now. All right, the answer is you should have. right? You're putting the blame on someone. You should have told me that you're going to bring someone and now I have less food. Quiz question number 7. I thought I saw Lucy at the concert, but she said she wasn't there. She was in LA on that day. I dash dash been mistaken. Choices: might have, should have, must have, would have. Your 5-second start. What do you think is the answer? Must have a strong guess. You must have been mistaken. Maybe you saw somebody else. Friends, last question coming up. Samantha was sick, but she didn't listen to her doctor. It took her a long time to recover. She dash dash recovered faster if she had followed her doctor's advice. Your choices are could have, may have, would have, might have. Your 5-second start. All right, the last answer is all of them can be the answers depending upon the particular situation, right? She may have recovered faster if you think there's a 30% chance. She could have recovered faster, and she would have recovered faster if you're 100% sure. So depending upon how sure you are, all of them can be your answers. So friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something new. If you have liked this video, please give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel, and please to press the bell, friends, because I keep coming up with videos like these to help you improve your English language skills. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.